Alright, what's up, you guys? This is your boy, Coach Vaughn. What I've been watching the Olympics, and so there are a couple of things that I think that we should take away from watching the Olympics. Some things that we can apply to our daily lives en route to our success. Okay, and so one of the things that I want to talk about is I'm going to name a couple of athletes in the Olympics from some things that just stood out to me, and we'll go and try to paint a picture for you with them really quickly. I don't want this video to be too long. Okay. But the first athlete, I was watching the USA versus Canada game yesterday in the semifinals for soccer, women's soccer, and man, that game was crazy. So one athlete that I want to point out in that game, though, was Alex Morgan. All right, and one of the things the commentators kept on saying was that she'd only scored one goal. I guess she's supposed to be like a dominant figure in the game, but she had only scored one goal for the U.S., and that was in their first game versus, I think, France is the first team that they had played. All right, so now yesterday they're in the semifinal match, and man, this match went into overtime. All right, and they were in the, I think in soccer you have two overtime periods, 15 minutes each, and they were in like the final minute of the second overtime period. And what happens? They do an inbound kick, and she does a headbutt with the ball. Ball goes in. So one of the things that I want to talk about with regards to her is stay in the game. All right, stay in the game. Okay, so immediately, she had a moment of success, and then after that, she wasn't seeing any success for a little while, but she stayed in the game. Coach kept her in the game. She kept playing hard, and at the final minute, the last minute, right when they needed it, okay, she scored that goal that put them up. That was the first time they had been winning for the whole game. All right, so you never know when that last minute is going to be, but things can change around in just 1 minute for you. All right, so stay in the game. Second thing I want to talk to you about is another person that was in that game named what's her name? Christine Sinclair. She was playing for Canada actually, and I just wanted to you can't argue with greatness, and even though they lost, nobody will go and say that she did not put forth a good faith effort, because she had 3 goals in that game, right? So she was playing lights out. No, her team didn't win, but she commands respect with a game like that. Going in a soccer game, scoring 3 goals, or basically a hat trick, that commands respect. And so I'm just saying, yeah, you might lose, you might be on an athletic or a sports team, your team may lose, but trust me, somebody is watching, and somebody will see, okay, this person's team won, but this person can clearly play the game, and you never know what that'll lead to. Third person I want to speak about is Justin Gatlin. All right, so he ran for the U.S., and he got 3rd place in the 100-meter dash. Now, the thing is, some of you may not know that Justin Gatlin, he actually won the Olympics in the 100 meters in 2004, I believe. But since then, you have not seen him really running, because he did something crazy, and he got he got caught using steroids. All right, and so he was banned from the sport for quite some time. And so when I saw him running this season, I was actually surprised to see him running. But one thing that you can take away from that is, just because you made a mistake, that does not have to be your end. All right, and so some of you guys, you've made mistakes in the past, and you feel like it should keep you from your dream. And some of you guys have given up hope. But what I want you to know is that, yeah, you've made a mistake, but come back from it. All right, come back from it. You can come back from it. Not only that, but Justin Gatlin, he's older now. All right, so yes, one of the reasons I didn't expect to see him running is because he is older. But so for those of us who are, or for those of you, because I ain't claiming that I'm getting old, but for those who might be getting older, that doesn't have to be your end. All right, that doesn't have to be your end. That doesn't mean that you cannot accomplish. That doesn't mean that you cannot attain to greater things. All right, it might require a little more work, but what I want you to know is that when nobody's watching, you can still put in work. Even when you might be suffering the consequences of a mistake that you had made, that doesn't mean that you have to stop putting in work. All right, I'm sure that Justin Gatlin was still putting in work, so that when his opportunity came again, he could do some big things. And what did he do? He showed up and he showed out, right? Got the bronze. Even beat my boy Tyson Gay. I was hoping Tyson Gay would get up on the podium, but he didn't. Tyson Gay took 4th. All right, so you never know what could happen. So focus. And mind you, Tyson Gay is the American record holder right now. but couldn't get it done. All right. So next person, of course, probably the biggest name in the games right now is Gabby Douglas. And with what I want to say with Gabby is you can leave a legacy. You know, if you do what you're supposed to do, you can leave a legacy. Immediately, she has left a legacy at 17 years old. She's left a legacy becoming the first woman, the first African American woman to win an individual all around and a team event in gymnastics, and not only that, but the first American woman to do the same. Okay, or to win both of them in 1 year. Okay, so what kind of legacy can you leave if you take on the challenge? You know, if you dare to be different. You know, if you dare to do what your people may not usually do a certain thing. But what would happen if you just took the chance and stepped into, trying out something different? Right? Who knows what kind of legacy you can leave. All right, and the last person is, of course, Michael Phelps. All right, he is now the greatest winner, or the most winning, the most decorated, I should say, athlete of the Olympics of all times. Okay, and with that question, I just ask, why not? Why not you? Right? Why shouldn't it be you? Why can't you be the most winning? Right? Why can't you be the person why can't you be the next person to make it to the Olympics and win dozens of gold medals? All right? Why can't you be the person that when they ask for somebody to fulfill a position, to become the new manager or the new boss at the job, why shouldn't it be you? Okay? Why shouldn't it be you, to create the next invention that goes big? Why shouldn't it be you to create the next song that goes big? Why shouldn't it be you to make the next viral video that blows up on YouTube? All right? And so this is your boy Vaughn, Coach Vaughn. Just wanted to talk to you guys about what's going on in the Olympics. I'm out of here. Peace.